Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday. It is Wellness Wednesday. And today's topic is on cell phones. So I have my cell phone here and it recently broke and I had to get it fixed. But before I got it fixed, I took 4 days of no cell phone and I decided that I wanted to think about it before I got it fixed. I didn't know if I wanted to get the phone fixed or if I wanted to get a new phone, so I just didn't do anything. And it was an experience because I had not gone that long without a phone in a long time. So I want to share with you guys some of my experience of not having a phone, some things I learned, and some suggestions that I have for you guys, because technology addiction is real and a lot of us don't realize how much we rely on our phones. And it's to the point where our phones are like mini computers that we carry around in our back pockets, and we have access to so much information 24 hours a day. Technology is a gift and a curse. It can be used for good, it can be used for bad, and at this point in my life, I want to take a few steps back from technology. I don't want it to be so involved in every aspect of my life. We use it at school, we use it at work, we use it at home. I'm grateful for it, but I'm also realizing how much it has handicapped me, how much it has taken away from my daily life. And so I just want to create a balance in my life where I use technology in a healthy way and I don't let it control me. So I'm going to get into some things that I experienced and some things that I learned. And again, some suggestions for you guys too. I realized that I don't know how to get around without a cell phone because I'm so reliant on GPS that I don't know how to actually get places. This is something that I really have been becoming more concerned about, because if I need to call someone or explain to someone where I am, say I didn't have access to my phone, I wouldn't know how to give them directions. I wouldn't know how to tell them where I am. I'll try to tell people where things are, and I don't know street names. And in my city, I lived in my city my whole life pretty much. I did go away like for a little bit to college, but I lived in this city my whole life and I cannot explain to people how to get certain places or what street names are. And it's definitely because I've been using GPS, relying on GPS. When I got my phone fixed, I had to leave the phone there. Went to brunch, I had to Google the directions. I Googled the directions at home. I got on Google Maps and I looked up the directions on how to get to the place to fix my phone and then how to get to brunch. It just made me realize how much I rely on the phone for directions and how much I need to figure out how to get around without instantly having directions. If you can relate, let me know. Do you rely too much on GPS? So that's number one. Number two is it made me feel like back when I was younger. I think I got a phone when I was 13. So before the age of 13, so 12 and before, I didn't have a phone. I didn't have constant access to people. People didn't have constant access to me. And so you had to trust people's word. Not that I was hanging out or doing anything that much when I was 12 or 11, but you couldn't instantly call somebody. Like, the point I'm making is you have to trust people's word, and there is no getting in contact with them after you leave the house. Like, I went to brunch with my friend, and when I got there, I had to hope that my friend showed up, and I couldn't call my friend on the phone. I couldn't text my friend like, I'm here. I had to trust that that person is going to show up, because usually when you make plans with your friend, you get to the location and you text your friend like, I'm here. Well, I couldn't text my friend that I was there, and I couldn't call my friend to tell my friends. It was like an hour and a half wait at the restaurant. Once my friend got there, I told him. I'm so used to having instant access to people. People are so used to having instant access to me because we text now more than we even talk on the phone. And I'm kind of over the instant access because it creates a lot of problems. When you text someone and they don't respond for like 4 days, you automatically looking at them like they're crazy. Or somebody texts you and you don't respond for 2 days, they looking at you like you are inconsiderate. I've been seeing so many memes that's like, oh, if he don't text you every day, if he don't call you every day, if he not trying to speak to you every day, then he don't want you. Or if she not trying to get in contact with you every day, she don't want you. The reason why people have these expectations is because of these devices that give us access to people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When we just have a landline phone and the only way you can get in contact with someone is if they're at home, and they're at home, and then you call them on that landline and they happen to be there and pick up, then you wouldn't require so much contact and interaction. But because we have these cell phones, they've made it now so that we require so much attention and energy from other people. So I like the fact that I could leave the house and no one could get in contact with me. And they would have to wait until I got back home. If they really wanted to call me and they had my house phone number, then they would give me a call. We value people's time more when it's not so available to us. And so I like that aspect of not having a cell phone, that I don't have this expectation placed on me to respond instantly or to always be available to people. And then it just kind of felt like a blast from the past, because when I left the house, I had to make sure I have everything. I couldn't call nobody and be like, hey, I need this, I need that. I really just was like more in the moment, because I had to ask this lady, like, can you tell me what time it is? Like, who does that in 2022? Who asks people what time it is? These phones, they make it so that we have instant access to each other, but instant access is not always a good thing. So the next inconvenience that I had, that I was not able to get on social media, specifically Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. These apps where you consume other people's thoughts they can be dangerous, because it blurs the line between what is your thought and what is someone else's thought. People's views and opinions, if you constantly are consuming them, you will not know where your mind begins and where there's end, and like, what do you really think? Do you really think that, or do you think that because you read it or you heard someone else say it? Here's an example. When my phone was broken, Drake released his album, and I did not have a clue because I couldn't listen to Apple Music. My sister told me about it, and she was like, yeah, but everyone's saying they don't like it. And I'm like, why are they saying they don't like it? And she was like, because it's like dance music. So I didn't know what she meant when she said it's like dance music. I listened to his album straight through, no skips. And I was like, oh, okay, this is house music. I was like, I like it. It's actually pretty good. If I would have read other people's opinions about his album before I listened to it, I would have consumed their thoughts, their criticisms, then it would have altered what I thought about his album. Even my sister telling me, yeah, but people saying that they don't like it, kind of planted the seed in my head that people don't like his album. I'm noticing that I need to spend way less time on social media because it's becoming a lot, just with everything that's going on in the world, and seeing people that you do know but you don't know because you haven't seen them in like 15-20 years. It's just real strange. I post videos on YouTube because I enjoy creating content, talking about different things, but as far as like the apps that keep you connected with people from your past, or like Twitter where the focus is on posting your opinions and views and thoughts, they're becoming a bit much for me. The internet period is beginning to be a very hateful, negative place, and it's because the most negative and hateful things are getting the most shine and the positive things are getting the least shine. And I noticed that in life, period. When you turn on the news, you get 5 negative stories, 1 positive story. You turn on the radio, you get 5 negative songs, 1 positive song. You turn on the TV, crazy reality TV shows, and you get 1 piece of content that is positive. The negativity reigns supreme, and you have to protect yourself from the negativities during that time and not using them. I became aware of how much time I was wasting on these social media apps, because they are time snatchers, they are distractions, and that's why I try to use them strategically. I try to create content. I don't try to sit on there and consume other people's thoughts. I try to create instead of consume. So if any advice I have for you guys is create more than you consume on those apps, and try not to repost a lot of other people's views and opinions and thoughts. Be creative, create your content. So on that little hiatus, it was good to not have a phone to use to look at what other people are doing or what other people are saying. When you don't have a phone and when you're not hyper connected to other people, you don't have FOMO, and you're in the present, you're in the moment. I really enjoyed that aspect of not having a phone, not being able to access social media. So that's pretty much it for this video. Let your phone die. Put your phone in a different room. Like if I'm trying to clean up, I have to put my phone in another room, or I'll just put my phone downstairs while I'm upstairs. Doing little things like that. When I'm at work, putting my phone in my book bag. I keep saying I'm going back to a dumb phone. It's going to be difficult to go back to a dumb phone, but I want to go back to a dumb phone because the point of this phone is to call people. It's a phone. What's crazy is we're not even using it to call people. A lot of people don't talk on the phone anymore. They just text people. And I can remember being out with a friend, and his phone was literally glued to his hand. I don't know if he has phone addiction, but it's so rude and disrespectful. It's even used when you don't know what to do with your hands, or you don't know what to do when you're out, so you just reach for your phone because it's like comfort. And it's like, wow, we have gotten so far removed from reality that we use our phones for comfort, to comfort us because we feel awkward. So I'm trying my best to detach from my phone and use it for what it's supposed to be used for, which is a talking device. I'm here to encourage you guys today to let that phone die, put that phone away, and get present, get in the moment. If you have children, your children want to play with you. If you have friends, your friends want to talk to you. Our phones have actually made us more disconnected instead of what we think they have made us, which is more connected. I'm an introvert. I like to be alone, but I'm noticing that it's important to have real people in your real life, not just a social media community. We need to actually see people. We need to look them in the eye. We need to hug people and embrace people and like really console people when they're grieving in the flesh. I've seen a lot of people say that they've created their communities from people online, and I'm not knocking that. I really think that you can find a group of people online. You gotta get in reality with those people and like see those people, because I've realized that a lot of people maintain friendships by seeing each other on social media instead of getting together and having real conversations. I don't think that you can maintain quality friendships just by getting on the internet and viewing each other's lives. Communicating with people in real time is important. So that's the last thing I want to end with, is just try to get together with people in reality and try your best to be present. That's where life is. Life is in the present. It's in the moment. So don't miss the moment. You can't live life through a phone or vicariously through other people. It's meant to be lived through your two eyes. So that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know your thoughts down below about cell phones, about iPhones, about Androids, whatever you have. I'm not team anything. I don't care. What steps are you all taking to live life more in the present? Let me know. I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.